Welcome everyone back to our channel, and now I will talk about this issue. Please listen. Uncle Tom was a man who was loved by everyone in the neighborhood. He was a veteran who fixed cars for free for his neighbors, and every Sunday morning he made his own coffee and sat on the porch reading the newspaper. But then one day, he was no longer seen on the porch. His granddaughter recalled he couldn't get up from a chair without help from his children. He started to be reluctant to move, and gradually, he didn't want to go anywhere. Every time he went to the doctor said it's just old age. But I felt like it was something bigger. What happened to Uncle Tom was a condition called sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. After age 30, our bodies begin to lose 3 to 5% of muscle mass per decade. But after age 60, the process happens faster, more severely, and if left unchecked, it will destroy our ability to move and care for ourselves. The danger is that muscle loss happens silently, painlessly, without any obvious warning. By the time you can no longer walk up a flight of stairs or get up from the toilet without holding on to a handrail, it's too late. According to the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), up to 45% of people over 60 have muscle weakness that affects their daily activities. And that not only leads to falls, the leading cause of death in older adults, but also directly affects quality of life, independence, and longevity. Muscles do more than just help us move. They protect our bones, maintain balance, and maintain the body's metabolism of sugar and fat. When muscles decline, every other system declines with them. What many people don't realize is that muscle loss isn't destiny. It's the result of a lack of preparation, especially when it comes to diet and exercise. If you understand it, you can slow down and even reverse muscle loss, even in your 70s. Uncle Tom learned this. By changing the way he ate before bed, something he once thought unimportant, he gradually regained control. Today, he's back to his morning coffee on the porch. Mary, 68, used to take pride in keeping her weight stable for years. The first thing she did every morning was step on the digital scale in the bathroom. The number that appeared, 124 pounds, always made her smile. "I'm still in shape after all these years," she often said. But then at a routine physical, the doctor told her, "You're skinny, not healthy. We've found that you're at high risk for osteoporosis and severe muscle loss." She was stunned. How could that be? She was still a healthy weight. The truth is, the number on the scale doesn't tell the whole story. When you hit 60, it's not how much you weigh that matters, it's what you weigh. Take two people who are both 5 feet 10 inches and 120 pounds, but one has more muscle mass and less body fat, while the other has the opposite. Who will have better cardiovascular health? Who will climb stairs without straining their knees? Who will recover faster from a fall? The answer is always the one with more muscle. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found older adults with more muscle mass live longer, have fewer chronic diseases, and are less likely to have functional impairment, regardless of their weight. In other words, to people weighing 130 pounds, the one with 60 pounds of muscle and 40 pounds of fat will be much healthier than the one with 30 pounds of muscle and 70 pounds of fat. For young people, losing weight may be a priority. But for older people, preserving and maintaining muscle is the key to a long and healthy life. Stop obsessing over the number on the scale. Instead, focus on eating and moving properly to maintain muscle. Mary changed after that. Instead of skipping dinner to keep her waist, she started learning how to eat smart in the evening and started doing light exercises to stimulate her muscles. A year later, her doctor said, "You still weigh the same, but you're stronger, your bones are stronger, and you have less pain." There's one thing that accompanies you every night. But few people know that it can be the most silent muscle thief or the most loyal friend that helps you rebuild strength. That thing is sleep. Bill, a 72-year-old former teacher, often jokes, "I can teach all day, but I can't sleep a full night." For years, he often woke up at 2 or 3 a.m., tossing and turning until morning. Despite eating well and occasionally doing light exercise, he felt weaker every day. His knees started to hurt, his calves became thinner, and climbing stairs became difficult. After a minor fall in the backyard, a doctor examined him and discovered that he had lost a large amount of muscle mass, especially in his legs. The cause wasn't nutrition or exercise. It was lack of deep sleep. While you sleep, especially during deep sleep, your body goes into recovery mode. This is when growth hormones are released, which help to regenerate muscle fibers damaged during the day, rebuild protein in your muscles, and block signals that break down muscle, meaning prevent muscle loss. But if you don't get enough sleep, or if your sleep is interrupted, this whole process gets in the way. You can eat well and exercise regularly, but if you're not getting quality sleep, you're still losing muscle every day. That's why many people feel weaker without knowing why, because the muscle thief comes calling every night when you don't get enough sleep. A study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that just 1 week of sleep deprivation, less than 5 hours, night, can reduce muscle protein synthesis, a vital process for maintaining muscle, by up to 60%. After that visit, Bill decided to make changes. He stopped drinking coffee after 2 p.m. He turned off the TV and phone 1 hour before going to bed, and started practicing light meditation for 10 minutes before going to bed. After just 3 weeks, he slept more deeply, and most importantly, he started to feel better, step by step. Sleep, which seems to be a passive part of the day, turns out to be a golden time for you to restore and protect your health. Irene, 68, lives alone after her husband passed away. She is still active, gardening every morning, playing with her grandchildren on weekends. But recently, she has been forgetful, tired in the morning, and feels like she is shrinking every week. When I asked about dinner, she smiled slightly. I usually just drink water or eat fruit, afraid that eating late at night will make me gain weight. That answer is not surprising. Many people think that skipping dinner will help them slim down and get healthier. But at age 65 and older, sleeping on an empty stomach doesn't help you lose weight. It's actually stripping muscle from your body. While you sleep, your body needs energy to maintain your heartbeat, breathe, and repair tissues, including muscle tissue. Without enough nutrients from dinner, your body has no choice but to break down your own muscle for energy. This is called nighttime catabolism, meaning you're burning yourself out while you sleep. Sleeping on an empty stomach not only makes you lose muscle faster, but also causes your blood sugar to drop the next morning, causing dizziness, fatigue, and an increased risk of falls, which is especially dangerous for older adults. A study at Maastricht University, Netherlands showed that older adults who ate 20 to 40 grams of protein before bed increased their muscle synthesis during the night by up to 22% compared to those who went to bed on an empty stomach. Meanwhile, people who skipped dinner tended to lose more lean mass and recover less well from injuries. After listening to the explanation, Irene began to change her habits. She had a light dinner of some oatmeal and warm milk, or a boiled egg and half an avocado. Sometimes a smoothie of banana plus flax seeds plus almond milk. After just a few weeks, she felt better sleeping, no longer exhausted when she woke up, and most importantly, she began to see her arms become more toned, her thighs less flat. She laughed. It turns out that eating the right dinner makes me look younger, not gain weight like I thought. Harold, 72, a former aviation technician, now retired. He said that although he still walks 3 laps around the park every day, he still feels his body getting weaker. I didn't expect that in just 6 months my legs would get noticeably smaller, even though I don't have any diseases. When we looked deeper, we discovered his dinner usually consisted of only white bread and a cup of tea. No protein, no good fats, and especially no substances that help rebuild muscles. While you sleep, your body enters the most intense regeneration phase, not only of the brain, but also of muscles and connective tissue. But to build muscle, the body needs raw materials, just like a house needs bricks to build. These ingredients are easily absorbed protein, essential amino acids, minerals like magnesium and zinc, and healthy fats to maintain hormones. If you miss the opportunity to load up on the right nutrients before bed, you are missing out on the night shift, the silent but extremely effective work shift of the body. Here are 8 foods to eat 1 to 2 hours before bed. They won't cause bloating, won't cause weight gain, but will help you recover, sleep well and maintain muscle strength. Cottage cheese, rich in casein, a slow-absorbing protein that helps nourish muscles during 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Boiled egg plus avocado slice, providing protein plus good fats to help stabilize blood sugar throughout the night. Unsweetened Greek yogurt, rich in probiotics and protein, it's good for digestion and helps repair muscle tissue. Oats cooked with almond milk, contains magnesium and slow carbs, helps relax muscles and maintain growth hormone at night. Kiwis or cherries, rich in natural melatonin, which helps promote deep sleep. And when you sleep deeply, your body builds muscle better. Ground flax seeds contain omega-3 fatty acids and fiber, which help reduce inflammation and maintain lean muscle. Tofu or tempeh, ideal for vegetarians, rich in plant-based protein and muscle-protecting isoflavones. A glass of warm milk, low sugar, non-fat. Contains tryptophan, helps the brain release serotonin, leading to deep, restful sleep. After trying a glass of warm milk and a few slices of low-fat cottage cheese as a snack every night, combined with boiled eggs 2 to 3 times a week, Harold began to see the difference. He slept more deeply, he was no longer tired in the morning, and after just 2 months, his old sweatpants fit his thighs again, not because he had gained weight, but because his muscles were back. He smiled contentedly. I didn't think eating before bed would help me get stronger. I thought I was at my age and there was nothing I could do. Common mistakes that are silently destroying your muscles while you sleep. Richard, 68, used to be very active. Every morning, he did 30 minutes of aerobic exercise, drank fruit smoothies, and ate a seemingly healthy diet. But then he began to notice something strange. His legs were getting weaker, he was out of breath climbing stairs, and his arms were limp as if he had lost strength. He was surprised. What did I do wrong? I still exercise, still eat, still sleep. The answer lies in the time he was sleeping. Sleeping seems simple, close your eyes, lie still, rest. But in the world of cells, sleep is a crucial time for tissue regeneration, hormone production, and muscle repair. If you disrupt this process with some bad habits, you are causing your body to destroy what you have worked hard to build all day. 1. Fasting completely before bed. Many people are afraid of gaining weight, so they just drink water and go to bed. But after 8 hours without eating, the body needs energy, and without food, it will burn muscle to create energy. Gives muscle is lost every night, even if you do not realize it. 2. Drinking alcohol or beer in the evening. A glass of wine can help you relax, but if you drink it regularly every night, alcohol interrupts deep sleep, an important stage for the body to recover muscles. Gives even if you get 7 hours of sleep. If the quality of your sleep is poor, your muscles will not be regenerated. 3. Sleeping at the wrong time or sleeping after 1 a.m. The body secretes growth hormone and testosterone between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., hormones that help protect muscles. Gives if you stay up too late, you are missing the golden time to maintain muscle. 4. Not supplementing protein throughout the afternoon and evening. Many people eat their main meal at noon and only have a light meal in the afternoon. As a result, protein is too low in the second half of the day. Gives at night. The muscles do not have enough materials to recover. Gives muscle loss occurs silently while sleeping. After reviewing his habits, Richard realized that he often skipped dinner or ate cookies, cereal, and drank a small can of beer before bed. After adjusting, eating boiled eggs and yogurt before bed. Cutting out beer. Going to bed early at 10:30. Drinking water instead of sweet juice at night. After just 3. I feel like I wake up in the morning stronger. My legs don't shake like before, and I climb stairs without holding on to the handrails anymore. True story, seniors regain strength thanks to a simple habit. Imagine Mrs. Linda, 72 years old, an old lady who used to be very active. But after a long bout of flu, she suddenly felt much weaker in her limbs, had difficulty walking, and sometimes just wanted to give up. However, one small thing she started doing every night completely changed her life. What is that habit? That's adding a protein-rich snack before bed, a seemingly small habit that has a big impact on maintaining and building muscle. The reason is simple: as you age, your body needs constant raw materials to repair and rebuild muscles, especially during sleep, when growth hormones are secreted most strongly. Linda started drinking a glass of warm milk mixed with a light protein powder before bed, about 30 minutes before going to bed. After just a few weeks, she clearly felt healthier, could walk longer without getting tired, and especially no longer felt weak in the morning. George, 65, also applied the same habit with a snack of cheese and nuts. He shared, "I used to think that there was no hope for change when I got older, but this little habit surprised me. My strength returned, and I could play golf and climb stairs without getting tired." Little lesson: you don't have to change your whole life in one day. Sometimes, just starting with a small, easy habit, like eating a protein-rich snack before bed, can put you on the right track to maintaining strength and independence as you age. How to build an evening routine that protects your muscles. Imagine Robert, 68, who felt himself getting weaker, especially when he woke up in the morning feeling tired and with aching muscles. He realized that he had never had a consistent evening routine, eating haphazardly, going to bed late, and not moving much before retiring. The evening is not only a time for you to rest, but also a time for your body to enter a recovery and muscle building phase. A good evening routine will help stimulate natural growth hormone, which promotes muscle regeneration, provide adequate nutrition to repair muscle tissue damaged during the day, help you sleep deeper, prolonging REM sleep, which is extremely important for muscle health. Robert starts with simple steps: eat a protein-rich snack, such as a glass of almond milk mixed with whey protein, along with a few nuts. Avoid using electronic devices at least 30 minutes before bed to help your mind relax. Spend 10 minutes doing some gentle stretching exercises to reduce stress and prepare for deep sleep. After a few weeks, he clearly felt the difference: stronger muscles, a refreshed spirit, and especially no longer feeling sore like before. An evening routine does not need to be complicated, just regular and suitable for you. No matter how busy or lazy you are, remember that the little things you do before bed can determine the health and strength of your muscles in the years to come. What happens after 30 days of eating right to protect your muscles while you sleep? Let's recall the story of Mrs. Linda, a 65-year-old woman who was worried because her body was getting weaker, had difficulty walking, and felt tired all the time. She decided to change her evening eating habits, focusing on foods that help protect and build muscles while sleeping. When you eat the right foods at night, your body will be provided with enough amino acids and nutrients needed to promote protein synthesis, helping to regenerate and develop muscles during sleep. After 30 days of perseverance, the change is not only felt on the outside but also deep in the body's structure, from within the cells. Common changes you can see include finer, stronger muscles, helping to move easily and flexibly, deeper and better quality sleep, because the body is not hungry or metabolically stressed, abundant energy in the morning, positive mood, and increased confidence. Mrs. Linda started eating a light dinner of salmon, a source of protein rich in iron omega-3, combined with green vegetables and a little sweet potato. She stayed away from fast food and sweets in the evening. Week by week, she found that she no longer had cramps at night, her steps became more steady, and she even regained interest in morning walks. After 30 days, she not only felt less tired, but also noticed that her weight was stable and her body was more flexible, something she had only dreamed of before. The change did not come from big things right away, but from small, consistent, and correct habits. Eating right for muscles in the evening is a journey that takes time, but the results will be worth it when you start to feel the difference clearly every day. There is a story that always comes to mind when thinking about the strength and freedom of our bodies. Mr. George, a 70-year-old man, once said that when he was young, he never thought that muscles were so important. But as he got older and lost strength, he realized that muscles were the last freedom that helped him move around, take care of himself, and enjoy life. Muscles are more than just physical. They are the key to independence and freedom in your life. When muscles weaken, simple things like standing up, walking, or hugging a loved one become more difficult. When you lose that strength, you lose some of your control over your life. Maintaining strong muscles is especially important as you age, because they are what keep you free, active, and happy. George was hospitalized after falling due to a loss of balance. But instead of accepting the decline, he persisted in practicing the healthy eating and sleeping habits we discussed. After a few months, he not only avoided further falls, but was also able to climb stairs and take walks in the park every day. His story is a living testament that it is never too late to keep your freedom. Think of muscles as your most important companion in life. Investing time and effort into taking care of them will not only keep you healthy, but will also preserve your precious freedom, the freedom to move, the freedom to live the way you want. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this story. I hope that every step you take, every meal you choose, and every sleep you get is an act of love for yourself. Strong muscles are the greatest gift you can give your future self. Start today, so you never have to trade your freedom.